everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Corona Warriors. This is Alma, and my endeavor through these series of episodes is to introduce you to human beings that are really showing up with courage, and we want to celebrate that human spirit in the midst or during the time of coronavirus. It's really tough times for most of us living today, and the world is actually undergoing a transformation. There's a history in the making, and there are a lot of people that are showing up as true heroes. And joining me today is a real warrior, a real hero that's out there doing a lot of work day in, day out, treating patients. Yes, I actually have a doctor with me on today's episode, and this doctor is somebody that's been working in the pediatric section. For all those parents that are watching this, and I would really encourage you to watch this episode till the end and also share it so that you know that if you have children in the house, what is it that you need to do. So today's episode is going to be a whole lot of information for us, useful information for us on what do we need to do if we have kids at home. What is the situation with the ratio of kids contracting this disease, and what is this hero been doing on the ground. So without wasting much time and further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Herath Udawat from Ahmedabad. He is with us in the virtual studio only on Corona Warriors. Hi, Dr. Herath. How are you doing?
Absolutely fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for taking time out for this. I know that you have a lot of shifts. You're working day in, day out, treating patients, and taking time for us is something that I really, really value. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, doctor, there are a couple of reasons, why we've gotten you on this show. Number one is obviously this show is about celebrating human spirit. So, first of all, salute to
Yes,
you and to plenty of doctors that are doing a lot of work out there. अपनी जान की परवाह किए बिना आप वहाँ पर you're really treating patients. You're doing a lot of work. So, on behalf of the whole country, on behalf of the planet, I want to really salute you and thank you for the good work that you're doing. But we don't know what's really happening out there. So what we want to do through this episode is first of all understand the ground reality. Actually, kya ho raha hai? What's really happening out there?
Okay.
And because you are a pediatrician, we also want to understand how what is the technicality related to this disease. I'm a mother myself, so I want to know what do I need to do if I have a child at home, all of that. So let's first begin with understanding what is the work that you're doing with patients. So I know that you're particularly working with corona affected patients as well. So if you can tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing as a doctor.
So hello everyone, myself Dr. Herath Udawat, and as ma'am has already told about myself in a brief, I just want to add some more information in that I'm working as a resident doctor in a pediatrics department at one of the big hospital of Ahmedabad city. So starting at my answer of this question is that as everybody is knowing that the total number of cases in India has reached approximately around 70,000 till now, and the Ahmedabad city is almost contributing 7 to 8,000 of cases. So almost 7 to 8% of cases were from this Ahmedabad city. So basically, our duty is to it's divided basically into two types. First is the indoor hospital duties that we have to deal with the patients that coming in the OPDs or coming in the casualties or coming in the emergency wards.
These are your regular
sorry, ma'am. I cannot.
These are regular patients, so you also have to deal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Regular patient. Yes, definitely, ma'am. So we have to actually filter out the patients. We have basically two kind of the OPDs. One is regarding the COVID patients, and second one is especially for the routine patients. And as everybody is knowing that the curfews are going on, so the total number of OPD is definitely reduced, but whatever the patients were coming, they were absolutely in a critical condition. So the routine OPD load is definitely low, but whatever we are dealing with this kind of patients they are extremely critical patients, especially in a pediatric group. And second part was the field duty. So whatever the cases that you are getting to know from the news channels that today we have got the 400 of cases from this city, today we have got this amount of cases from this city. So some of the cases are directly from the patient source. Like they have a complaint, they came to the hospital, they got admitted, they got taken swab from that particular hospital, and after that report came. But second important aspect that everybody should know, that is refers to as a field screening. It means that we are getting into the fields which are high risk zone, which has been quarantined areas, which are categorized as a red zone. So we are getting into that zone, and we are taking the samples, especially of the suspected patient. Few of them have a definitely high degree of the symptoms. Some of them have also asymptomatic also. But according to the changes of guideline, we have to just change our pattern also. So currently we are doing a two types of approach, and these are the different patients that we are dealing every day.
So obviously some of us have the luxury of sitting at home, लेकिन डॉक्टर साहब आप तो रोज बाहर जा रहे हैं, और हम में से कुछ लोग सोचते हैं कि हम बाहर क्यों नहीं जा रहे हैं, but looking at this, you're in such a high risk zone.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, tell me, how are you taking care of your own self? What are some precautions that you take as doctors?
Ma'am, first of all, that all the government guidelines, they have clearly mentioned that try to be a home maximum if it is possible, and but definitely we are doctors that we have to do our duties. So one of the drug name that you have heard, it is hydroxychloroquine, that the weekly prophylaxis dose that we have to take. And apart from that, the personal protective equipment kit, that is a PPE kit, that is very famous nowadays. So we are using that kit for our protection only. But it is very difficult to wear that kit, ma'am. It was around
I was
980
going to ask you that. There is a lot of controversy around it. Doctors don't have kids.
Yes,
So do you have a kid?
yes, ma'am. I just want to tell you that if you wear that kit for more than 1 hour, your body get extremely dehydrated. You can really feel the water flow, ma'am, from the body. Excessive perspiration. The kit's weight is approximately 980 grams, so around 1 kg, approximately 1 kg.
Oh.
And with that kit, if you go into the field, there is a lots of perspiration over that, ma'am, and you have to drink the water at least every 20 minutes to make yourself properly hydrated. Otherwise, before getting off corona, you may die of dehydration, ma'am. So it's very difficult to wear that.
You know, I just want
But
to share
it's good for us.
something. The other day
Yeah.
I went to get some groceries and I was wearing a mask, and मुझे एकदम से realize,
Yes, ma'am.
oh my God, this mask itself is so difficult. Doctors कैसे इतने घंटों तक? So how many hours of duty do you have on a daily basis? And how?
Ma'am, it's a shift based. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's actually a shift based device. Sometimes we have to do more than 12 hours duty. Sometimes it was 6 to 8 hours duty, but approximately 6 to 8 hours is the routine workload that we are getting, ma'am. And during that period, the N95 mask, it's a very perfect mask for the protection, ma'am, apart from the 3-layer surgical mask that we are wearing. So N95 mask along with the PPE kit and along with that eye goggles. These are 3 basic equipment. So the people who are sitting at the home, when they watch this kind of videos, or then when they see this type of doctors in the news channels or in the media, they get attracted. This looks like a superheroes, but it's not like that. It's actually very painful and difficult to wear this type of PPE kit. But definitely, these all are for our protection, and we have to wear that. There is no any other alternative option apart from getting disease. It's quite better to get dehydrated, because rehydration is possible. But once we get the COVID, we are not on a work, and that's a very big loss for the Indian medical system. And because if doctors were not there, it's quite difficult to treat the patients also.
Right. But सच सच बताना, आपको डर नहीं लगता when you're out? I mean, how is your family responding to it? How do you feel inside? You're going out in a dangerous situation out there. What's going on
Uh,
as a human being, Dr. Harris?
Ma'am, actually, when we take this branch, when we have decided to enter in the medical college, we have a declaration of oath that these are our prime duty, and God has given us chance that we have a very noble profession to save the lives. So it's a very proud moment, ma'am. We have no fear of that. Ma'am, there is a mild demarcation between two things. One is the fear, and second one is the care, proper care. So we are taking proper care. So the fear is always secondary, ma'am. So we have enough protection, ma'am, and definitely we are believing in the scientific evidence. But one thing which I learned from my childhood, that if I am doing some good for other people, always good thing happens to me. So we are, I'm just following with that rule, and definitely I'm quite healthy this time, despite of doing this much of duties. I'm quite healthy, man, and we are taking appropriate care.
And you truly are soldiers. So each time you wear that PPE suit,
Yes.
remember you're a soldier on the ground for us, fighting for all of us. So thank you so much. So on that note, let's
Thank you, ma'am.
dig
Thank
a
you.
little deeper and go into
Yes, ma'am.
the science of this disease. So
Definitely, definitely, ma'am.
tell us a little bit
Yes,
about
ma'am.
what COVID as a disease, and specifically for
Mhm.
children, how does it impact them?
Okay. So, ma'am, first of all, the basic meeting, purpose of a meeting is that I just want to convey you that, ma'am, first of all, I just want to convey the message to the all the parents who have children with them, or also one message especially for the lactating mothers who are frequently using the breastfeeding and their newborns were in the initial months of first 1 month, 2 month, or up to the 6 month of age, ma'am. So first of all, this I just want to convey that please do not get panic. That is a big thing. This is just a simple URTI, ma'am. The COVID, especially for the children, it is categorized basically in five types. One is the uncomplicated type of the infection, in which we have get just a simple case of fever or the cough or the sore throat. So you can consider it as a URTI. It is refers to as upper respiratory tract infection. For that, we have availability of the macrolides like azithromycin is available. Apart from that, syrup oseltamivir that we are commonly using for flu patients also. And the routine antibiotic course of azithromycin for 3 to 5 days, it's quite enough. And home isolation, that is strictly advised. Because in this period of time, no one is going to outside their home. So strict home isolation along with this medicine and proper nutrition of the child. That is the biggest thing. If you are compromising the nutrition status of the child, he will get infection very easily. So it is the first category that majority of the patient, even in the adult also, majority of the patient of the COVID, they are just like a simple URTI. Second category is when the patient complain of the difficulty in the breathing, that we are term it as a respiratory distress. So we have to go for some X-ray investigation in which we can able to appreciate whether there is a pneumonia or not. So one category is for pneumonia, in which we have to go for the endoman. Third one was a severe pneumonia, and fourth one, ma'am, that which I am commonly encountering nowadays, and that is also shocking, ma'am, since last 2 months, especially for the pediatric patients. They are coming with the septic shock-like condition. It was a life-threatening condition, ma'am. Sometimes what happens, ma'am, that if the child is belongs from the lower socio-economic class, that majority of the population of the India that is belongs from that, so that nutrition status of the child is definitely hampered. Even that immunization coverage is also not there properly. So the initial symptom, that initial warning sign of this COVID infection, like fever, cough, they won't appear in that child. So they become an asymptomatic carrier. So they can able to spread the infection to others despite of getting no symptoms.
Right.
So when the child is getting extreme level of the difficulty in the breathing or the respiratory distress, or when the child present in the MODS or the septic shock where the bleeding from the every part of the body was started, parents notice at that time first. So before 4 hours, patient was that child was absolutely playful. What happens to my child? And I frequently encountering this kind of children, and we have to put them immediately on the ventilator, and within 1 to 2 hours, ma'am, they got died. And it's too difficult to explain the parents about this grievous consequences.
Okay.
So most
what you're
important,
saying
yes,
is that the patient is, the child is playful, the child is happy, absolutely okay, and suddenly there is a breathing issue, and
yes, ma'am.
the child has to be rushed to the hospital, and within hours you've seen cases gone, like the child is gone.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am. And this is commonly encountered when the other aspect of the child's condition is not good, ma'am. So apart from the COVID, if the child is quite healthy, quite immune, it's a less chances, ma'am, to get complicated, because these all are terminal conditions.
Right.
If the body's immunity is working good, ma'am, so initially first stage you can easily detect it. We can give the treatment of the child, and with better nutrition, child's antibody response is quite good, and he can easily well, ma'am. But if their immunity is compromised, then all these things will happen, ma'am. Because the lower socio-economic class has a two basic issue. One is the nutrition, second one is immunization, third one is they haven't followed any social distancing, ma'am. It's quite difficult for them. Only one room house is there, total 7 to 8 people or 6 to 7 people in that particular one room. How can they follow social distancing? That's the biggest issue. And the father and mother, they are quite immune, and ma'am, they will show only a few or mild symptoms. But their kid, ma'am, who are continuously exposing with those people, it's too difficult to survive. It's too difficult. And so always I am just focusing on this particular aspect, that apart from the COVID, we have to face some other conditions. These are the nutrition. That is a basic demand of the Indian country, the nutrition. because still now there are lots of people who didn't even get enough amount of food throughout the day. We are only emphasized regarding the COVID issue, regarding this all much of issue. Definitely, that is a big issue, man. But apart from that, food is a major issue. So if we cannot able to give proper amount of good food, good nutrition, we cannot able to fight with this disease, especially for the children, especially for the pediatric. That I just want to convey this comfortable message to all the parents that just give appropriate food to your child. Do not get panic. If you found any symptom, just take the child to the nearest medical center or the hospital, and if doctor advised you, then and then only go for the COVID testing. Do not decide by yourself that my child definitely get COVID and I have to go for the testing, because ma'am, sources are there. We have a resources, but misuse of resources is also not acceptable. So better to decide the doctor that whether it is required or the not required.
Yeah.
Because there's a better person for you. So it's a good thing, ma'am. But the most important thing, the alarming sign that the patient, parents that have to know that their child get fever continuously more than 101 degree, because ma'am, the frequent calls that I get from the parents that my child is getting feverish, but when they document the fever, it was around 100 degree. So ma'am, one main major concern, the India is a very hot country. We have a very hot climate. So in this particular type of the summer season, the child is not able to cope up with these conditions. He will get fever that we called environmental fever. So do not get panic with the environmental fever. Just take proper care of your child. That should be proper humid condition to the providing child. And if there is a no cough and cold, just proper home isolation with proper home remedies. It's quite enough for that.
Right. So you've highlighted a lot of important things, and you've spoken about the importance of nutrition and
Yes.
improving the immunity of the child. I have a couple of questions, and I'm going to go very basic because anybody that's watching this show should know exactly what they need to do. So first of all, which age bracket of kids are high risk in this?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, just done. I got your question. Ma'am, I want to bifurcate this particular age group of child in two categories. First one up to 6 months of age, and second one from 6 months to up to adolescent age group of child, that is 13 to 14 year of age. So what happens if the child has delivered in the recent times, like during this particular type of the COVID season, in particular first 2 to 3 months, ma'am. So the mother has always concern that whether I have to breastfeed my child or I have to start some other feeding. I have to stop my feeding, because what happens, ma'am? Most of the time, because of the some change in the temperature, because of this particular hot climate, sometimes we get some simple cough and cold, ma'am, in particular type of this season. So when mother is delivered this particular child, if she get fever, cough and cold, so first of all, ma'am, she has to, if it's a simple URTI, and if she is not living in a particular type of the high risk zone, if she is living in the green zone area where the particular COVID cases are not there, just she has to take a symptomatic treatment and consult herself to the nearest medical center. Based on that remedies, the doctor advised her that you have to go for the COVID testing. She has to done the COVID testing. That is the first thing. If COVID report is negative, she has to continue the breastfeed the child up to the 6 months, because first 6 months of the life is very crucial for the infant, for that particular newborn. And if you give some other feed apart from the breast milk, it is very dangerous, ma'am. So COVID so to baad mein damage hoga, you can get the damage of the child by some other infections. But if the mother get COVID positive, suppose ना करे अगर कोविड पॉजिटिव आता है तो what happens if mother can express the breast milk, that is a very big thing. If she can express the breast milk, so proper hand washing technique, that all we know, that proper hand washing with frequent hand washing, and that we have to collect that particular breast milk in a specific container, and some other people can give SPF to the child, so that child will get the breast milk with the spoon feeding. So that is a very important thing. And once the COVID report become negative and the mother become asymptomatic, she can continue the breastfeed. That's the biggest thing. But if the mother is COVID positive, her child should be go for the COVID testing. That is a must. That is a very necessary thing that all should be concerned. But if the mother is asymptomatic, or the mother is in a green zone area, or the mother has not done the COVID testing, do not go for the COVID testing of the child. And for the first 6 months, which is a very high risk group, so which are the symptoms or which are the signs that every parent should be looked for the child that might be my child has got the infection. So first of all, when the child has developed high degree of fever, almost 102 or 103 degree of Fahrenheit, definitely. Apart from that, refusal to feed, that is a very alarming sign. When child refuses to feed, despite of the proper condition of the child denial of feeding, or repeatedly vomiting, or repeatedly go into the diarrheal conditions, just concern your pediatrician or just consult your physician. That is a very important thing.
So the 0 to 6 months period is definitely high risk, and that requires a lot of good attention. And breastfeeding is important. But what about
Yes.
nutrition for the other kids, the toddlers, and the adolescent age? When you say nutrition acha hona chahiye, we need to feed our
Hmm.
children well. I have an
Hmm.
8-year-old son, and I'm just curious to know what is it that I need to feed my child so that he is healthy.
Ma'am, nothing has to be changed, ma'am. Whatever you are cooking in the home is definitely beneficial for your child.
Mm.
So, apart from that, some calcium and vitamin medicines that is quite beneficial for the children during this particular growth period. So, the calcium supplementation, vitamin C, and multivitamin supplementation, these all are very important for the nutritive growth of the child. Proper amount of the fruits, any fruit can be given, but it should not be over time, and it should be in an equal amount. That whatever your staple diet, whatever you are cooking regularly, child should get that food only. So do not go for some extra foods, or so do not go for some extra calories. Just focus on these basic things and just give calcium and vitamin supplementation. It is quite enough, ma'am. As I told you, ma'am, it is a simple URTI. So doesn't require any active intervention, newer aspect. I'm
Right,
just focusing on the particular age group of the lower socio-economic class who do
right.
not get any amount of the food from their home. That is a very critical condition for that child.
Right, right, right. So, what is the ratio when you talk about these 70,000 patients across India? If you have any insight into
Hmm.
any statistics and you can tell us what is the ratio, because we normally say that the old age people and the kids are high risk. So,
Yes, ma'am.
take it from
Definitely.
there. What is the
Definitely, ma'am.
ratio of kids?
Uh, Yes, ma'am. Pediatric ratio is, ma'am, low. We got more cases of swine flu, ma'am, but not now season. The season is also over, ma'am. In pediatric patient, flu is a very dangerous as compared to the COVID, ma'am. COVID
Right,
is only affected when the parents are getting involved. Apart from that, ma'am, we have not that much of adult number is very quite big number. We do not have that much of cases of the COVID. We are only worried about that critical patients who are coming, especially with septic shock, with MODS or DIC changes, and there are very few number of cases, ma'am. So it's quite a manageable condition, especially for the pediatric group of population. Currently, we do not have any large amount of burst of the patient, especially for pediatric, but definitely they all are a high risk zone. But with proper precaution and with proper with advice, we can easily treat this infection. Ma'am. Their
hmm,
immunity, people are telling that, but they are very quite good fighter. Ma'am. Apart from the adult patient, the children are very good fighter. Ma'am. They can fight along. They do not show any symptoms. They fight along, ma'am. And they can easily cure from this type of the life-threatening condition. Some are very lucky, so they can easily treatable. But when they came with terminal stages, it's very difficult for them also
so
to
how many
survive.
patients, COVID 19 patients, do you deal with on a daily basis? Average क्या होगा?
मैम एग्जैक्ट नंबर तो मैं आपको मैम अप्रोक्सीमेटली बता सकता हूँ कि अराउंड मैम इफ यू गो फॉर द स्क्रीनिंग पर्पस अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी गोट अ पॉजिटिव पेशेंट्स अराउंड मैम फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद सिटी फ्रॉम माय पर्टिकुलर हॉस्पिटल दैट आई एम टेलिंग यू इट इज अराउंड 15 to 20 patients, not more than that. It's very enough number, 15 to 20. But I'm worried, ma'am, when this lockdown will open and when they get used to with the hospitals, we have a very alarming sign for that period, ma'am. That at that time might be we have a lot number of patients who are now staying in their home, but when this lockdown opens and when everything was gone, I
Right.
think at that time the peak level will be
Right, right, right. That definitely is a cause of concern.
because currently, ma'am, because of the curfew issue, they cannot easily reach to the hospitals. That is another concern because no, the life-threatening patients who are in a critical, who are in a terminal stage, we can get them easily because of all the facilities. But who are very mild symptoms, who are silent carriers, who are asymptomatic, they can be bust out by the whole this curfew and lockdown will be open. It is our just prediction. It can be wrong, ma'am, but that is just a prediction that these cases might be increased once this all thing goes.
Yeah, yeah. All of us are, sort of wondering about the same thing. What happens once we don't have the
Yes,
lockdown?
ma'am. There is a big question that what happens when this all thing is over.
Absolutely, absolutely. I kind of also want to understand a little bit on what is the ratio of silent carriers vis-a-vis high symptoms. बिकॉज़ अर्लियर इट वाज़ ठीक है, आपको सर्दी जुकाम है, आपको बुखार आ रहा है, आपको ब्रीथिंग प्रॉब्लम है, वी नो फॉर
Hmm.
श्योर दैट देयर इज़ कोविड-19. नाउ देयर आर साइलेंट
Hmm.
कैरियर्स दैट आर आल्सो कमिंग आउट. सो
Hmm.
व्हाट इज़ द रेशियो?
मैम, यस मैम, ये बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है ये रेशियो डिटेक्ट कर पाना. उसका मैं एक रीजन आपको बताता हूँ. When people are aware of this disease, that there's one disease called as the coronavirus, and if we tell the doctors, that we have a fever, cough, cold, they will directly throw us to the hospital. They got us admitted and they locked down us.
Yes, people are
So they
scared.
are
No, people are not opening
sorry.
up. People are
Yes,
scared of.
yes, ma'am. People are fabricating the history. They won't tell us. Previously, every child who was coming in the OPD, even in the summer, always tell, थोड़ी सर्दी की दवा लिख दो ना साहब, ठीक है? And now, despite of getting significant of cough cold, they won't tell us, man, that the child has gotten it. Because child won't tell me that I have got infection. But when I put my stethoscope, when I see the child, I can able to judge that this child definitely has a respiratory distress. But despite of that, her parents are continuously lying that this my child do not have this kind of illness and he did not have any type of fever. But when the child get intubated, when the child get in a terminal condition, when we counsel them,
That
that it
is
is difficult to survive a child, then they will disclose us that yes, ma'am, that
right.
yes, we have got infection. Our family member is also COVID positive. They also got quarantine. So, ma'am, these are a very big issue. People are, ma'am, frightened, I think, because of this condition, and they are not giving appropriate history, ma'am. That is a big challenge for us that we are
Okay.
commonly encountering.
So at this point, I want to ask some very important questions to, which might help curb down the panic a little bit. You spoke about reaching out to centers, if you notice.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are these centers? How easy
Yes.
are they
Hmm.
accessible? Is there a cost involved to get myself tested? What is the process?
No, ma'am. Actually, what happens? The corporation has all the data of particular type of the areas that from which area the cases are coming, and based on that, they have a list of the particular number of the patients. That this is the particular area we have a high number of patients, so we will categorize this patient as a red zone. Sometimes what happens that we are just go for the prophylactic screening initial days when this COVID were coming. Initial days when the prophylactic screening has started by the corporation, some asymptomatic patient have got the positive report. So we can able to trace up the conditions that this is the particular locality that we have to target. That this is a particular building that in which the 5 patients we have take the sample, all 5 are positive. So definitely we can able to know that because of the curfew and because of the quarantine, they are not go from their home outside, but because of some basic remedies like medicine or the milk, they have to come out from their home, so they can able to meet from their fellow building people. So there is a high chances that that particular area has a high number of cases,
That I
and there is a
understand,
no
doctor.
specific cost for.
I'm trying to
Okay,
understand.
okay, ma'am. But there is no specific cost for that. We have a specific teams for that from different departments, and we have to go to the different areas in the morning with our PPE kit and with our sample swab kit. From that particular area, we are going to collect that swab sample. We have get back that swab sample to our hospital, and from the hospital, these samples will go for the testing. Within 24 hours, corporation has the reports of all the patients who also were positive. They will directly approach to that patients. They advise them for the if the asymptomatic, if they are very mild symptoms, so strict advice for the home quarantine. If they got any specific disease like distress were there, we have advised them for the particular admission. And whosoever people they are come in contact with those, we are also targeting them, and we are searching the occurrence of the COVID in that particular patients. So we can able to cover almost majority area of the particular Ahmedabad city with this particular method.
Oh, so this is the kind of work that warriors like you are doing. You're going into the red zone wherever
Yes,
there's
ma'am.
identification.
Yes, ma'am.
You're trying to get more samples, and this is proactive testing. मैं आपसे ये पूछ रही हूँ
Yes, ma'am. That's
डॉक्टर,
it.
राइट
Hmm.
डॉक्टर, मैं
Hmm.
आपसे ये पूछना चाह रही हूँ कि अगर खुदा न खास्ता मेरी फैमिली में किसी को मुझे हमको लगता है that
Hmm.
that somebody that's
Hmm.
infected, I need to reach out to a center. Now, where
Hmm.
is the center? How do I reach out to them? Is there a fee involved? How do I get myself
Hmm.
tested? What is it that I need to do? I think that clarity is missing for a
Yes, ma'am.
lot.
Ma'am, okay, okay. Hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have a one very wonderful initiative by the government that is called Arogya Setu app, ma'am. So first of all, if you are access to that particular application, you can get able. There is a particular question scenario in that application, and you have to just fill up the question, and the app will told you that whether you are in a very high risk zone or whether you are in a clear zone, whether you are symptomatic or not. But if you have a doubt that suppose if you are suffering from the fever, cough and cold, okay. So first of all, you have to consult your nearest doctor. Either you can go to the government hospital where the COVID testing facility is available. Okay, ma'am. According to the recent guidelines, ma'am, what we are doing, we are not doing OPD based COVID testing. That is the first important thing. That if you are going a routine OPD and if you are telling that I have a fever cough and you are demanding that I want to do my COVID testing, especially we are not doing that category. if you have a specific type of the prescription by your physician, it is must required. Based on that prescription, if you want to do your report in a private laboratory, then you have to go for some private lab with that particular type of the prescription. This private lab will take a sample of your throat swab as well as nasopharyngeal swab, and this swab will go for the higher processing. And your sample is appropriate, or your symptom will be appropriate, or the prescription which is prescribed by the doctor is cross-checked by that particular corporation. And based on that, they will send to the higher authority. And if you have a particular symptom, if you have X-ray changes, if you definitely require the COVID testing, then they approve you, and then your report will become within 24 hours. That is for private facility. If you are insisting that I want to do my COVID testing, and if all the specific mentioning category will be included in your particular type of the data, that if you have fever, cough, cold, if you are living in the red zone, if your X-ray suggests you have mild pneumonia or any changes, then they will go for the further proceeding. But these has a particular charges. All the private labs has minimum 5,000 rupees of charge. But if you want yourself for a free of testing, man, then that different process is there. You have to go to the hospital. Okay, the doctor will decide if you have a category one. It is completely mild symptoms that I have mentioned you. That is a simple URT-like cases. They will advise you that you have to go for the home isolation with particular type of the medicine, despite of the medicine, with 2 or 3 days of the course. If you get a complaint of similar, if you do not relieve the fever, if you have a high spike of fever despite of medicine, then they will decide, okay, this patient needs COVID testing. They will going to admit you, and after admission, your swab sample will be sent to the particular corresponding labs. And if your report become positive, you should be continue admission for the 14 days for the quarantine period in the particular hospitals. But if your report become negative, they will again send you the home. But strict isolation is necessary despite of the report negative, because sensitivity, specificity of the particular reports are still not 100%.
There's nothing to panic here. If there is an issue,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
either reach out to my physician, or I just walk into a government hospital in the OPD and figure out what to do next, right? And from
Yes,
there,
ma'am.
the next step
Definitely.
will follow. So if there is something that we see is high risk for us, then we obviously need to go out and get ourselves, we need to talk to somebody that is trained. There are some things
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we discussed on this talk show, and we've also spoken about the mention of some kind of medication, etc. Please do not try it on your own. Dr. Herath right now is just giving us
Yes, ma'am.
advice
Definitely.
which is more generic. It's always advisable to get in touch with a doctor before you take any kind of medication, right?
Yes, ma'am. Because doses are definitely different, and do not prescribe this medicine. Do not take this medicine from the particular type of these medical stores, because do not get panic and do not get crisis of this particular drugs. Just go for your doctor. If you have a particular symptom, he will prescribe you with appropriate dose. But consult a doctor first. Do not become a self doctor. That is a basic advice. Please do not become a self doctor. Do not follow the any advice which is going on the TV, that just take
Or
this.
Google.
The
Don't
big
become
issue
a
of
Google
hydroxychloroquine.
doctor, or don't become a Google doctor.
Yes, definitely. Don't become a Google doctor. Otherwise, they have a very various of medicines, and there is a total different lectures of this particular medicine. They are under trials, but definitely there's a particular different lecture for this particular medicine, and there's a different issue, ma'am. So just take a basic home message that do not get panic. It is a big message. Do not get panic. Consult your doctor. He will guide you in every aspect.
Absolutely.
Do not force yourself for the COVID testing first. That's the big message that I want to convey. Do not force yourself. What happens if you have done the COVID testing? The medicine, the treatment will be definitely same. There would be no change. If you get some significant distress, you have to get admitted, and they will directly to the COVID testing. You do not have to decide that what should I do. The government, the doctors will decide. So do not get panic. If you have a distress, then go to the hospital. They will decide everything. So every setup is established. Only cooperation is required. Nothing more than only cooperation is required.
Absolutely. So we have so much information right now here with us on this episode. We've spoken about what this disease, has in different stages and phases, the kind of high risk age group. We've also spoken about the importance of nutrition and the importance of ensuring that you raise an alarm when the time is right and not panicking.
Definitely.
I have one last question for you, Dr. Herath. I'm kind of trying to understand from whatever I've heard, you're actually walking into a red zone, and you're also collecting samples from people who could probably be carriers. You are in the highest risk You can imagine right now. So what is the situation with doctors right now on the field?
Ma'am, I cannot comment apart from the Gujarat state because I just know about my Ahmedabad's condition that what we are doing in this particular city. And ma'am, what was that? Definitely, we are protecting ourselves with that particular PPE kit and anything. Ma'am. But definitely, you are absolutely right. We are entering in the particular type of the zone in which I think every single patient is positive. That our mindset is like that. That every single patient is positive.
You don't know.
And
You don't know the patient that you're about to interact with. Could be
yes, ma'am.
you have no idea.
Definitely. Well, we have that mindset when we enter in that particular zone. We are knowing that whatever the patient that we are dealing with, that whichever the patient that we are taking the sample, definitely they are a COVID positive patient. Ma'am. So we are trying to take as much as protection. Ma'am. But what happens, despite of that particular protection, 1 to 2% of the people they get infected from those high risk patients. So, ma'am, all over the doctors who are dealing with this kind of the scenario, I think 1 to 2% they are exposed with this condition, and definitely, ma'am, they are quarantined. They have take the medicine and they rejoin their duties, ma'am. Even in by various hospitals, ma'am, they get exposed. They got COVID positive. They taken the treatment, and after treatment, ma'am, they get again join the duty. So this will happen, and this scenario will be, ma'am. I just want to tell you one thing. That is my personal opinion, ma'am,
Right.
that we have to know that, ma'am, we have to always remember that this COVID scenario won't clear immediately.
Right.
This
Takes
won't
a
happen
while.
that within, yes, ma'am. We have to know that how to deal with this COVID. We have to live with COVID in the future. That is a key thing, ma'am. ये हमें समझना ही पड़ेगा, इसके साथ ही रहना पड़ेगा, उसका कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव ही नहीं है कि दिस नॉट हैपन दैट आफ्टर 2 months or after 1 month all the India will be clear. There is no patient of the coronavirus. Corona is a part of life now, that
Correct.
you are dealing early morning. It is your daily routine. It is entered in your routine life. So everybody should have to learn this thing. You have to know this thing. That do not get panic. You have to accept this thing. You have to accept this bitter truth that this virus has entered your life. If you've taken it with proper care, you will survive. You won't have any disastrous effect of this particular virus. But if you get panic, if you go for some unnecessary stupid things, I just want to share some two stories with you, ma'am. If you permit, I just want to share two stories with
Oh,
you.
sure.
Uh, first, ma'am, I just want to share that recently, the one of my colleague has 30 years has came in the gynec department in the night with chief complaint that she has got a labor pain, and they have done the delivery. There was a fifth gravida. The fifth child was the particular mother, and she was a female child. So it's a good thing she was a female child. But the unfortunate thing was that she has a low birth weight, almost 1 kilogram, the extreme low birth weight like condition. So we have admitted the child, especially in the NICU of the particular hospital. And after that, then they take a total amount of history. The mother has developed a symptom of fever, cough, cold. She was residing in the cluster quarantine area, the red zone area. So the COVID testing is definitely necessary. So they have take the sample of the mother, and they have sent to the lab. And after 24 hours, the confirmation was that the COVID is positive. And for the further management, they have to transfer the patient for the specific COVID hospital, so the specific COVID wards where this type of pregnant ladies were there, and the further management have to take place there. So suddenly the relatives has, and the patient itself has started fighting with the doctors that why the hell you have to take our COVID sample, and why you are transferring us to the higher center. We do not want to go to a hospital. We want to go to our home. But despite of the counseling, they won't understand these consequences. After 2 hours, the whole family absconded from that particular hospital,
Oh my.
lefting her 1 day, 1 kilogram child on the ventilator.
Oh
Now, what
my.
is the fault? What is the mistake of that particular female child? And after lots of hard work by the doctor and paramedical staff, we finally get that patient with some relative, one relative were came. And when we asked them that you are stupid, your kid is here, why the hell you have gone out? Ma'am, her answer was heartbreaking. He was telling that के चार आगे लड़कियां ही हैं, पांचवी भी लड़की आई है ना, मर जाती तो भी क्या फर्क। सो मैम, इन लोगों को मैं ना वो दिमाग विहीन आदमी जो इंसान कहलाने के भी लायक नहीं होते, आई एम जस्ट कंसिडरिंग इन दैट कैटेगरी ऑफ पीपल. सो मैम, कोविड के बारे में तो शायद बाद
कोविड
में.
के अलावा हमारे
हेलो.
देश में बहुत सारी बीमारियां हैं एंड पितृसत्ता या
यस मैम,
पेटृयार्की
तो
की
मैं वही बताना
बीमारी
चाहता हूँ कि कोविड के बारे में. यस यस मैम, यस मैम, डेफिनिटली कोविड के बारे में तो बाद में लड़ेंगे सर, बट सबसे पहले तो मेंटालिटी को चेंज करना पड़ेगा, दैट्स द बिगेस्ट इश्यू। सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम द कोविड वी हैव टू डील विद दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टूपिड मेंटालिटी, एंड इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट मैम टू डील विद दिस काइंड ऑफ पेशेंट। सो we have a lot bigger problem apart from this. So if they can't change their mentality, how can the scenario can be changed? Because all the things are connected. It's not like that the COVID is totally different thing, this kind of mentality is different thing, the education is different thing, the nutrition is different thing, the
They're
economic
totally
class is
connected.
different thing,
They're
everything is
absolutely
connected ma'am.
right. Right, 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 right. On this shocking note, I'm going to invite all of us to be a little more aware, a little more conscious. हम क्या सोचते हैं, कैसा सोचते हैं, कैसा बिहेव करते हैं, because like Dr. Herath rightly mentioned, everything is connected, and all of us are also connected to each other, living in this country, living on this planet, right? And coronavirus has proved that to us, that we are all connected in so many ways. This infection can spread, and a lot of other diseases that are not really visible, like he said, mentalities, that also needs to change. Dr. Herath, I think it was a very, very informative session. I'm sure the viewers, people are watching this, people are going to listen to this, are going to have a lot to take back. I'm definitely going to leave your Insta handle and your, any other contact information that you're willing to share with us. So if people have questions, they can reach out to you. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my
Definitely
heart
ma'am.
for being the Corona warrior that you are. And we want to wish that you are safe, healthy, and smiling just the way you are. So, Lord,
Thank you so much ma'am. And even ma'am, even I want to say you thank you ma'am, to give me a chance to share this valuable information to, I just want a just this kind of show, this kind of interview, so I can easily share this kind of valuable information to all the people who are lacking of that particular knowledge. So thank you for providing, and thank you for giving me the chance to share my knowledge to you. And if it is helpful for even a 1%, it will be grateful for me.
absolutely, absolutely. For those of you watching this, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Please share, 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 because we need to have more information. We need to take proactive steps, and we need to be aware of what is happening around us. Thank you so much again, Dr. Herath, for joining us on Corona Warriors.
Thank
This
you
is
ma'am.
Almaz signing off, and I'm going to see you again with another Corona Warrior on another episode. Thank you so much.